everyone, welcome to Bikini Design Club. Today's video will be on how to transform first on paper and then how to sew the pattern transformation from bikini pattern top triangle and bikini bottom pattern Verónica 2.0. You have intro video for Verónica 2.0 if you first want to learn more about this pattern, because it has some back options included in the pattern. So first of all, you should watch the intro video for the bikini bottom pattern Verónica 2.0, which the link is on the pattern description, and the intro is also available on our YouTube channel, so you get to know a little bit more about the pattern before you do this alteration that we are gonna do today. But well, let's not waste any more time and let's start by drafting and sewing. So let's start with today's challenge. One of the things I want to show you is that I changed the Verónica pattern for my own taste. Okay, so this is my back and this is my front. I lowered the center front and I made this a little bit thinner than it's on the original pattern. And this is my Verónica 2.0 bottom. Then for the top, I printed the M size for the triangle with the dart, and on the center front I added 1 centimeter here, and I also added this small bit here with this slightly curved edge, keeping the 2 centimeters so that the strap still fits the same way. And then this is a small, very subtle, very smooth curve, and then it fades back here. Here the measurement that I added, it's 1 centimeter, and here is 1.2, and this was made just by free hand drawing until I have more or less the shape that I want. I haven't changed anything on this side, so I only did this alteration on this side here. But we are now going to sew it on a completely different way than I have available on all the other videos that we've made for the triangle top. So let me show you regarding the fabrics what I have already sewn, so that you can keep up and replicate this at home if you want. Regarding the bottom, I did it with the sew along, in which we removed a little bit of the seam allowance from the second fabric so that the waistline has no visible stitch. So it will have no visible stitch on the waistline, but we will have a zigzag stitch on the leg holes. And I have sewn the sides, I have sewn the center back seam, and I applied elastic on the side of my main fabric. Now, something I did was securing a small loop here on the center back seam. I used this is a thin cord that I had here, and I simply inserted inside my seam, and I sewed it first on my straight stitch machine to secure it in place, and then I applied the overlock. Of course, this is what is going to enable us on the back to have the adjustable straps. Now I need to prepare the pattern for the front straps. So I already have here my 2 front straps for my bikini bottom, and unfortunately I only have this adjuster, and this adjuster is too tight to adjust the straps, so I'm gonna use it despite it's too thin. You should buy the ones that are a little bit that are wider on the interior here, so that you can actually do the correct positioning of the strap for the adjuster. Okay, but this is what I have, so it's what I'm going to use today. To start with, I have already secured this in place, which is very easy. I will cut this white, and you simply go over, up, and then down. And then you go to your straight stitch machine and you secure these two together, just like I did here. And this is for now for the bottom piece. Let's move to the top piece. For the top, we are going to do a completely different method and you will see in the end if you like it or not. So you can do the same or use one of the other methods we have available on our tutorials. We have tutorials for the triangle, we have the reversible method and the non-reversible, so it will be up to you if you want to use any of the other methods. So let me show you what I'm gonna do now. I have changed the pattern, as you know, and this is the center front of the pattern, this side here. So this is the center front, and I'm gonna grab my top strap, which mine specifically only has like 52 centimeters, and I'm gonna place right sides facing together using the lower hole that we have here to insert my strap to the top. Of course, the design of your pattern, if you are not using Bikini Design Club pattern, you must be careful so that this must be done perfectly to avoid bulkiness. You have a video only for that, how to avoid bulkiness when sewing straps to bikinis, on our channel if you want to watch. So the top strap is done. Now this is the connection to the back strap, and just like we did here, we are going to insert the strap here horizontally in this area here. So we need to open the seam rip, a small hole here, 1 centimeter, because our strap is 1 centimeter once ready. If you follow the measurements mentioned on the pattern and you cut accordingly. So I now have a small opening here, and I'm going to use that opening to the lower opening here to also insert with the front side facing up, right sides facing together. I'm also going to align this here on the sides. So this is my back strap. It's a very small strap. Let me measure so that you know how much I'm gonna do for mine. You can do this longer and then cut, okay? Mine is 36 centimeter. It's not long. I don't like long straps, but it will be up to you to extend it a little bit more if you want. So let's align the back strap here on the hole. And then we just need to align the same, do the same for the long strap we have for the front. And this strap is very long because it's the one that is going to be around our body. And today, instead of creating a channel under the bust, we are doing a completely different method, as I told you. And it is applying elastic under the bust, just like we did on the sides. So now I have my top, my back strap here, and now I need to do exactly the same. And one of my longer straps, I'm gonna trim the excess here, and I'm gonna insert it here in this area. And I'm gonna sew this, I'm gonna sew this one, I'm gonna sew this one also. Then I'm going to tuck all the straps inside. I'm gonna sew applying elastic on the entire edge here. Then we are gonna open a very small hole and reverse the entire bikini to the right side. And actually it will be ready. So let's, almost ready. There's a small detail missing. So watch the video till the end so you get to know how to finish it. Let's do it. So let's see on this side how we turned out. Gonna cut the excess. I'm gonna seam rip a small hole under the bust so that we can reverse the entire bikini to the right side. And don't forget that you should reinforce both sides of where you are going to do this so that you don't have your overlock threads unfolding. And also, oh, this is not perfect, but well, it is what it is. I gave a little bit of tension just here under the bust, but it was just a little bit, you can see here. And that's it. Let's reverse it and see how this looks. reversed, you can see this is my back strap, which is kind of nice, my top strap, which is also very nice, and then this one, which of course I twisted, and so I have the wrong side facing up. Now, or I open this and redo this, or I leave it as it is, and I'm gonna leave it as it is. Not a day for removing this. Now, I know that this on the table looks kind of odd, but stay till the end so you watch the pictures and you see how this fits perfectly on your busts. Now you just need to repeat the entire process for the other top, and you will have this almost ready. Something that it's also optional, but I'm going to do, is my over the shoulder strap is going to be attached to this part here, to the back. And to do so, you can just tie a bow if you want to, or I'm gonna tie a bow, I'm gonna adjust the strap, and to make this look a little bit better, what I'm going to do is create a channel on this strap, or two if you don't have certainty of the height. And if you create some options of how you can go over with this here, you will have your finish, instead of a bow, you will have your strap finishing very nicely and connecting to the back strap. And this will be our top. But now let's move to the bottoms. Now for the bottom part, well, I think I've decided not to use the adjuster, just because first of all, mine is not proper, like I told you, so I don't have enough space to fit my strap. And so I'm not going to be using this. I'm just going to sew it in the end to my own size. But if you want to use the strap adjuster, well, you have a lot of YouTube tutorials on how to do this, of going around and looping so that you can use them. But I'm not going to, because I think I'm going to do this for my own size and it's going to be perfect. So I have my front here, and I know that this line is the center front, which is here. I can draw a small dot there, and I want my straps to come one to this side and one to this side, and I want to make them as perfect as I can, so I'm gonna do one at a time. So I'm gonna seam rip 2 millimeters from each side, and then 1 centimeter outwards. have our center straps sewn in place, we only need to sew the leg holes, both of them. So I'm gonna pin with the second fabric facing outwards, and I'm gonna sew on the overlock, applying elastic, and in the end I'm gonna do a top stitch with my zigzag machine, and it will be ready, and I will share some pictures with you girls. I hope you like this transformation from the Verónica 2.0, and I hope to see your own experiments. So I have sewn the elastic and top stitched with the zigzag. You will see how they fit on the body perfectly. This curve here is because we have a curved center back seam, but you will see that once it's on your body, how good it looks. Well, now you have the straps here, and of course if the straps were made to be adjustable, you would at this point need to include your strap adjuster, which in my case, as I told you, it's not going to be. So I'm actually going to insert this here, try them on, mark where I believe they are comfortable and I like them, and then I'm gonna sew the strap in place. Of course, I can already more or less calculate the measurement. Probably like so. Once you do this and you find the correct position for you, don't forget that the thin straps stretch more than these ones, so they need to be a little bit shorter, and sew them in place, and your bikini bottom Verónica 2.0 will be done and fully transformed. And that's it. This is how it looks in the end. I hope you like it as much as I do, and I hope to see you soon. Bye girls!